Today, we're replacing the steering. Actuator. This is the actuator that assists with steering the boat. This one is brand new. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's a new unit. Alright, this is the old actuator. We've got the steering cable, 2 hoses, a few bolts, and a few cotter pins, and this is the new assembly. Here we use a 22mm wrench, and here a 30mm wrench. Now we loosen the cable. The nut is already loosened here. On the other side, we need to remove the cotter pin from underneath. We're looking for a place to grab it. Well, no way around it. Alright, let's pull out this pin. Okay, time for the next pin. Salmon situation here. The cotter pin is bent in different directions, and that's actually good because it prevents it from coming loose. But now we want it to come out. We grab it. There it is. And we pull the pin out. And there we go. The mechanism is now free. Alright. Let's grab a 25mm wrench and undo this bolt from the top. It's already loose. Now, I suggest placing some rags under the hoses, so oil doesn't spill everywhere once we disconnect them. We pull this down so we can pull the hose upward. Not easy to do with one hand. The second hose works the opposite way. We pull it upward, so we don't mix up the hoses. That's how the system is designed. I'm going to put glove fingers over the hoses so nothing leaks out. There we go. Hoses secured and we can continue. Now I'm pulling out the steering cable. I'll turn the steering wheel so it retracts and becomes shorter. It's not easy to pull out. Now we undo the same bolt, but from underneath. Access is pretty poor. And this is the part that takes the most time. Alright, it's loose now. Maybe I can unscrew it by hand. Yes. Now hopefully it doesn't fall. That would be perfect. That's quite a long bolt. I'm pulling the mechanism toward myself. The mechanism is now out. A bit of Dextron fluid spilled out. I still have one issue. The steering cable doesn't want to retract. But we'll deal with that in a second. Maybe with a hammer. And there we go. Now it moved. The mechanism is removed. While I have it out, I'll compare both parts to see if there are any important differences. At first glance, there really aren't any. Now we go the other way, installing the new mechanism. Catch one bolt from the top first. so I don't have to struggle too much. The mechanism needs to be aligned with the bolt axis. I didn't record this part, but the mechanism is already bolted in place. I just didn't have enough strength to hold the camera too. Now we reconnect the hoses. One, two. One has to be lowered and clicked into place, and the other lifted and clicked in as well. Alright, hoses are connected. Time to insert the steering cable. It's sitting up here on top, and unfortunately, I need my second hand again. So there was a short pause. The cable is now inserted and came through the other side, so we tighten the nut. There's resistance already. We use the 22mm wrench here and tighten with the 30mm wrench here. Alright, tighten down. Time to move to the other side. Now we only have the pins left. You can't mix them up because one side uses the longer pin. And the other side uses the shorter one. Another important thing is that the pin must be inserted from the top, not from the bottom. Once again, I had to work with one hand. One pin is in. Now we need to move the steering wheel so the cable comes all the way through. The pins are now installed. Now only the cotter pins remain. I'm using the thinner ones that were there before, because the original ones are huge and much harder to install. The cotter pins are now installed on both pins, and you absolutely cannot forget about them. They are a critical steering safety component that keeps the pins from falling out. All that's left now is to start the system, so the power steering pump begins circulating the oil. Let's fire it up. The pump is running. So let's turn the steering wheel a bit. Finally, I'll check the fluid level. If it's too low, I'll top it off. That's it.